Welcome to the Moon Unscathed. I'm Dewan Hearn, more affectionately known as the Moon, and I want to tell y'all a story. So this past Imaginarium, we, and by we I mean Howard Hills Entertainment, we kind of premiered our first real movie, The Companion, and everyone in the room is just like a bunch of our film friends, the people who were there in the movie, the people who helped put the movie together. Everyone's sitting there, and we were all ready for this premiere. And then these three dudes I had never met before just kind of walk on in. And I'm like, who are these guys? I've never seen them at Imaginarium before. I don't know. I didn't think anybody else was going to be coming in for this premiere. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, I end up taking a picture with my title belt. With the guy like, hey man, is that the world championship? I'm like, yeah, it's world title. He's like, can I take a picture with it? I'm like, yeah, I got you. So he takes a picture with it, which I thought was super, super cool. It's one of the reasons why I keep bringing this belt to conventions. And then at some point I had to just stop and talk with him and his whole little team. And like, these just seem like the coolest dudes. So of course, me doing a show like this, I had to have him on the show. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Darrell Miller, how you doing, homie?
Hey, I'm great. How everybody doing? Yeah, this is Darrell Miller. I'm glad to be here. Me and Dewan, man, it was great meeting you at Imaginarium, and we're gonna see each other again this year.
Yes, July is. My buddy messaged me today,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, as of today, this is the Thursday, 9 weeks from now.
Yeah,
is Imaginarium. We're 9 weeks from Imaginarium. And I'm going to talk about conventions. I mean, at this point, when it comes to you, there's so many more conventions to talk about. But that's in time. I'm going to get into that kind of thing in a little bit later on. But let's start things off. Let's introduce you to the people who's watching the show.
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Darrell Miller, 34, be 35, June 18th. I've been filmmaking since 2018. Started with my first short called The Boy in the Darkness. I'm a hip hop artist, been doing that since 2010. Been dancing my whole life. I've just been an entertainer, created my own comic books, and now I'm about to officially create my own card game into an app game soon. So I'm excited about that. So I'm just all around creator. So that's what I do.
You got a call on your phone?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Nah, man, it happens all the time. Like, trust me, this isn't live. It's pre-recorded, but we're recording it live. And I don't like to edit things because one, that's too much work, and two, it's raw and it's honest. And I just kind of that's why I love doing live shows. Ain't nothing but a thing. I heard you loud and clear. So when I read your bio to basically formulate the crux of my questions here, one of the things that it said is that you listen to Tupac, Eminem, and Bone Thugs.
Yes.
So I have my first question to you is this question.
All right.
What do you think is Eminem's best album, and why is it the Eminem Show?
Oh, you answered it for me. I think you slick. Eminem Show.
Gotta be, right?
I think because he was so hungry back then. Like, I loved his style, and because he had this goofy but lyricism too. Like he had fun. He reminded me. He was almost like how Ludacris, Busta, and them, like they had fun, but they was lyricists and spitters. Yeah. And for him to be that white boy too, so it gave him that extra, push.
It gave him that little like, whoa, we got to listen to that.
Yeah. He took it serious. Like I was a big ICP fan.
Oh, really?
I was in my gothic area, so I was a big Insane Clown Posse fan because I used to listen to like Slipknot, Disturbed, all that. My cousin was a skateboard guy, so we used to go to skate parks and all that, wear the chains, gothic clothes, and we used to play the games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. So that was still around that era, and Eminem kind of still gave me that feeling of this fun rapper, type of style and stuff like that. So I was a fan of him. I have to go back to listen to the album because I haven't listened to it in a long time. But I just remember at that time that was one of my favorite artists and favorite albums of the time was Eminem.
It's Em's best album. He's put out a lot of dope albums since.
Yeah.
Some not so great, but
Right.
most of them are bangers, and that is the best Eminem album.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. I'm less surprised about you being a fan of Disturbed and Slipknot. I was
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Psychosocial, great song.
Right.
But the ICP fandom, that one shocks me a little bit.
I know it's because, man, I got a referral because I would listen to ICP. Like I had the CD and I take it. I was in 5th grade and I got in trouble because my friend, I had her listen to it. She borrowed my CD player and she was singing one of the songs. She was singing, I think, "Who Wanna Die? Who Wanna Die? I'm a maniac kill." She sung that in class and she got a referral for it. And she asked who gave you that or where'd you get that from? And then she said my CD. So they gave me a referral because I let her have the CD or whatever like that. So I was upset. But I used to listen to him. And then, and then I thought that was cool. Some clown white boy, rapping and stuff like that. It was just fun to me, entertaining. And like I said, I was in that gothic era at the time so it was just cool.
Yeah, I was bigger in the sort of the new metal grunge era. I love the grunge era into the alternative era.
Right.
So we're talking if people are trying to date me, it's in that Metallica Reload. I loved Reload. I was a huge fan of Hole.
Okay.
That Celebrity Skin album is still one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Garbage. Both the self-titled album and version 2.0. So I was in that like alternative grunge era, still listen to Foo Fighters and like Nirvana. I know people think I can't be a fan of both Nirvana and Hole. Yes, I can.
Right.
Y'all can come at me later.
Right.
I got nothing for you. But ICP for me, like the real introduction, I think, to ICP, I had a few friends that were juggalos.
Yeah.
But after that, it was ICP's involvement in WWF.
I remember that. Yes, WCW.
No, were they? I think no, they were in. Were they in both?
But they probably wasn't both. You might be right.
Because I know they were with the Oddities, and the Oddities were in WWF because it was Luna and the big tall dude, and then the bigger dude, and all the other dudes whose names I as soon as I hit end on this podcast, I'll know all their names.
Right.
But the Juggalos. The ICP was doing the wrestling stuff, and so that was like 97, 98. Because I'm big into wrestling theme songs, and that Oddities theme song that ICP did, that was a banger. It's still a
right.
But you mentioned that you rap too, like you're a hip hop artist too with RK Nation. Tell me how that got started.
It was me and my brother. So. Man, my big brother, rest in peace to my brother Slim Caddy. Like a lot of people I know was rapping, especially during the high school time. So it was a guy that I knew. I claimed as my cousin. Like he always wanted to be a rapper. Like his dream was to be a rapper, and I was like, I wasn't rapping at the time, but I was like, since everybody else rapping, my cousin taught me how to rap, like freestyle. We used to freestyle with Lil Wayne's. Like when he was on that mixtape era, like Squad Ups and First Carters. So my cousin would teach me how to freestyle rap, and I loved when he rapped. So after that, then after I got out of high school, me and my bros like kind of clicked up because we started hanging out after high school, and we like, well, let's form a rap group. So at first we came up in 2011. We ain't had no studio. We came out with one called BROS, like being real on shit. So we like, we not gonna use that name no more, and then we kind of split it up because we had our own like individual lives going on. Kind of split it up, but two of us stayed together. Me and my brother Kari. So then we reformed. I think in 2013 or 14, we did our first mixtape called Retaliation, and we just kept going after that. And then we renamed ourselves RK Nation and stuff like that. So ever since then, we was working on mixtapes. We did like 3 mixtapes in like 6 months. Like kept going to the studio,
That's just spitting and spitting and spitting.
And it was just fun.
Record.
Because we had a little bro that was like our producer, so we would buy beats from him. Like we would spend our checks, buy beats from him, going to a studio called City Dump, like just to keep recording, just perfect our craft. He would work with me because he was the best rapper in the group. So I would try to get better myself by finding my lane and my voice, by being the hype man, the energy and all that. And it just worked together. It was me and him. But then after that, he started, having more kids and all that. And I didn't have kids, so I kind of did my solo thing and did my own record label called Royalty Virtue. That's when I came with my company
Yeah, I
after
get into
me.
that.
Yeah, I met my
I was gonna
mentor.
ask you about that.
Yeah, I met my mentor. So I did my own record label. Things didn't go the way I wanted to. So when that didn't happen, I went into filmmaking.
Got you, got you.
Yes.
Now, one thing that you mentioned having done this from such a young age, and one of the questions I wanted to ask you was because like everybody has some sort of creative dream, whether they're rapping in the back of the school bus or they're drawing in
Yeah.
their notebooks in the middle of the class, and like everybody like dreams about it. But what was it that made you take that dream seriously?
Oh man, for me, it was the people around me. Like my brothers, when it came to music, it was them around me because we
Mhm.
would work with each other all the time and grind and stuff like we're gonna be successful, we're gonna be rich. We used to say that like in middle school. I remember the guy that I used to work like being around who did music seriously. He was like, "Man, we're gonna be rich one day." We used to watch a lot of like Rap City videos, all these rappers, you know what I'm saying, in the studio or traveling. Like he was a fan of watching Soldier Boy when he had his like little vlogs and all that, and he was a
Yeah,
fan of that. And it was like, man, we are gonna be. I just didn't know my part, what I was gonna do to make me great and successful. So I just try anything. So my thing was like, I need to find out what I'm great at, so I could be a part of this and not just be a ride along. So it was
right,
like,
right.
you know what I mean? So it's like finding that, and then the more I kept developing, I see myself getting better. So it's like this might be for me as I keep getting better and listen to myself getting better. So it just stuck with me. It's like no matter if people didn't believe in me or whatever, it felt like I was good enough. I just kept doing it because it was fun for me. Like long as I have fun, I'm gonna keep doing it. Once it becomes more of a job or like a
Yeah.
forceful thing, it's like I don't want to do this.
Yeah, and I think that's some like really important things for people to take from that. Uh, just mention it like basically you just gave yourself affirmations from a young age. It's like
Yeah,
I will be successful. I will succeed.
yeah,
Nothing's going to stop me. And then the other part that I love that you said, you were talking about how like no matter what other people said, no matter
yeah.
what other people, because I'll tell you this, and y'all can be mad you want to. As
Hmm.
young Black children, there's a lot of people who want to be in entertainment.
Hmm.
A lot of people will tell us, don't bother with that rap stuff.
Real.
Don't worry about trying to write no books or this. Just go out there
Yeah,
and get yourself a job and do this. Now, I
yeah,
don't know where you grew up, and where I grew up,
yeah,
that's what they told us.
yeah.
So I applaud you, sir, for ignoring the haters and just being like, look, this is what I want to do. And beyond that, sometimes we find ourselves in a spot that's not for us.
Right.
And what you said, like you were just like, I want to figure out where I actually fit in. I'm not going
Hmm.
to just keep and copy and ride somebody else's coattails. I'm gonna find my lane.
Yeah,
Sometimes being the hype man, being that extra person on the side, that's the piece that people need.
yeah,
That's the part that stands out. Like
yeah.
if you ever listen to a song and then you take a piece out of that song, like if you hear all the little parts breaking down,
Hmm.
you remove one instrument, the song don't sound right.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So like you take one little piece out, it don't sound
Yeah,
right. No matter how
exactly.
it could just be that one little it could just be something as simple as that. You take that out of the song, the sound just sounds dead. And then it just shows the importance of every single piece, whether it's the front part or the back part or production part or marketing part, whatever that is, it's important. And like you're just
Right.
like, I'm gonna try this, see where I fit. Well, I'm gonna try
Hmm.
this, see where I fit. One of the things taught to me was say yes.
Hmm.
When given an opportunity, when an opportunity shows up in front of you, unless it's like a wild, unless it's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
say yes, because you never know what you might fall yourself into, man. And I appreciate you. Like, I love that you said that because I think that's really important. Uh, that's really important advice for people to take on. Somebody hanging out behind your car.
That's my little brother.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm gonna go ahead and just skip ahead and ask you. You mentioned some of your mentors. So tell me about your mentors. What did they do for you? With that
Man,
mentorship, how they help you out?
man, Romeo Gearson helped me out because I was just a model, and like I didn't know where I wanted to go. I was like 20, I'm gonna say like 21, 22, going to college, but I wasn't fitting in college because it's like I don't really want to be in college. The only why I decided to go to college was because I thought that was the right thing to do, right? Like you
Right,
try
right,
to do
right.
something for you, make your parents proud. I would try to be the first one and my parents' kids to go to college and graduate. But it's like school is not for me because I'm thinking about music. I'm thinking about spending my money because my dad was in the military, so I used to get paid to go to college. So I'm spending all the money to invest in my music and all that. So I'm thinking about that. So it's like this is not what I want to do. But when me and my brother split, it's like I got to do something else. So I was like, let me try modeling or whatever. So my mentor had like a casting call for a magazine or something called Cobra X or whatever. So when I signed up for that, I got the call. I went to see him downtown. He let me be in the magazine. I was like, "Dope,
2015, you got you,
yeah."
yeah.
Like, so it's like I finally got to be in my first magazine, and not only top of that, I was like, can you teach me? Because I loved how he dressed, like businessman, African American dude. No, he was an African guy. My bad, from France, and he just presented like like a man, like how I wish a role model I wish I wanted to be or wanted to be like. So I asked him,
Right.
like, can I learn the business from you? He's like, I'll teach you. So he had me come downtown a lot, like to sign papers and to do all this and do all that, like, and to learn. I saw how it was for him to be stressed and build his company up and do this and how people treated him. And when he told me, man, I need you to dress better, I'm gonna give you like you need to dress better when you come down here. This is how you talk. I'm gonna teach you how to get your own LLC. I'm gonna do this. And when he told me that, man, my life changed and my mental changed. It's like I could be somebody. Like
Yeah.
because I'm now seeing it and somebody's actually coaching me and stuff. At first, nobody really was coaching me. I'm just figuring out just, sticking anything on the wall, but he's actually coaching me. And when I started dressing like a businessman, man, women start treating me better. Like everybody started treating me with respect. Like it was like, yo, this is something for me, I guess, because everything feels so good and right.
Yeah.
So he just started teaching me and stuff like that. Like, but that will put that spark in my brain to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a businessman. I'm gonna do this. Like, but I'm gonna figure me out and be different from him. What he does, but I'm gonna find me as my own business and create and like what he done for me. I want to do for other people and help
Yeah.
motivate them and help build them out and teach them how to own a business.
There's an interview that I did, another episode of this show I did with a man named Mark Gunn,
Yeah,
and he works with this group called Men of Distinction.
yeah,
And that's exactly what the Men of Distinction do. They through fashion and just kind of coaching through fashion, they help drive people and just reminding them that like how you present yourself matters. You
mm-hmm,
can't just go into a space and just dress any old kind of way and think that people are going to just respect you off top. That
mm-hmm,
just isn't how it works. Um, that's why you'll see people dressed like you right now, collared shirt,
mm-hmm,
nice necklace, little jacket, you know, or someone, you wear your own branded shirts because if you're not going to
mm-hmm.
rep your brand,
Right.
why should somebody else?
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
that's why nowadays, I mean, I used to walk around in a U of L baseball cap all the time because I love my
Mhm,
hat. Now, if I wear a cap, that's got my logo on it
mhm.
because who else am I going to represent but me, right? Who else is out there for me to represent but me? Let me represent me a little bit,
Right,
right?
right.
And that's like what you were talking about, man. Like when we were able to step out and truly represent ourselves and say, "Hey, I take me seriously. You're going to take me seriously too.
Mhm.
I'm going to demand that respect from you. I'm going to command that respect from
Yeah.
you." See, that's the difference between demanding that respect and commanding that respect.
Right.
One thing else I said in that interview, I mentioned that what I learned was, and this is for anybody watching this, if you need to take tips, hear what it said, but add this to it. When you walk into a room, look straight ahead.
Mhm.
I know it sounds dumb, To someone out there, they're like, what do you mean? Look straight ahead. Like, nah. When you walk into a room with your head up, walk slow, like you own the like it's that you belong in that room. You're not rushing to get through it. You belong where you're standing.
Right.
And people see that.
Yeah.
It's amazing how some little change, that's the first little change I made for me.
Yeah.
But like the way you felt when you put that suit on and you're just like, ooh, people treat me different.
Right.
I'm holding a little bit of different spaces. I have a little higher air in this room.
Yeah.
Walking into a room, looking straight ahead. It's like not looking at your feet, not trying to fiddle with your phone, but when you walk into a room with purpose, and that's what it boils down to. You carried yourself with purpose. And then everybody else started to see that purpose. And they started taking you seriously. Now, I'm going to ask you about Royalty Virtue. You mentioned that you started off as a record label, and now it's a film production company. Tell me more about Royalty Virtue and your cousin.
Oh man. So we started it in 2015. Like started in 2015 or 16.
16.
Yeah, 16.
According to your bio.
My bad. Yeah.
I took notes, man. I was looking it up. I took it up.
Yeah.
It
was in March. It was in March or whatever with my mentor. And then me and him were just working on like what label was gonna create, like what's the name. And why I named it Royalty Virtue is I wanted to be powerful. Royalty means like kings and queens and stuff. And only why I did the I instead of a Y. I know royalty with the Y, but the I means I'm telling myself I am royalty. Instead of saying you are royalty, I'm telling myself I'm royalty. That's my meaning. It's like I'm saying I am. So when you say royalty, it's like I am royalty. I am powerful. I am this. You know what I mean? Give yourself that encouragement of yourself, and then virtue is just having good morals and place of heart and love and good, things like that. So when we came up with that name, we started working, and then I started working with my nephew. His name was D3. And I started writing his songs, and then it was cool, like for him to record. He was like 9 years old, recording, making songs, and he could tell his friends. And we was performing like at these clean, family oriented, like called Books and Brews we have here and stuff, like just so we could get better performing and get it out there. Because I wanted to show like we could do clean hip hop music or clean music in general and still be dope. And so in front of family, or because I figured there's not a lot of record labels that's like that. And for us Black business owners, we need to show that we could be family oriented and we not this like crazy thuggish group or we gang banging stuff. Like, nah, that's not what we're trying to do here. We trying to show that we nice, peaceful. We just want to make good music, entertain people.
Breaking the stereotype.
Yeah. So that's what we did. We did an EP called Road to Royalty, like a 6 to 8 song, like little EP of songs. Then we did a second one called Nothing But Royalty and stuff like that. So we did that. Then things didn't work out because everybody had different ideas or opinions about the label. So we kind of stopped that, and everybody else had their own family and things to go through. But I just talked to my cousin. We try to get back into music currently and stuff. But yeah, and I just ventured off and turned. Instead of a record label, I'm gonna turn it to an entertainment so I can do filming as well.
Right. That makes sense. And I want to piggyback off your definition and that meaning behind that. Because one, again, it feels like affirmations are just so like naturally important to you.
Yeah,
I feel like you've been giving yourself and filling your space, your air, your vibe with affirmations probably before you knew what an affirmation was.
Right. Yeah.
But I want to just say, like, as far as that virtue thing, man, I want to just like add to that, hanging out, spending time with this man, seeing what this man does in all of his convention spaces. It lines up, man. Like you were a stand-up dude. That's one of the reasons why I want to make sure I had you on my show, man. I love the way you represent yourself. I love the way you represent Black entertainers and Black people, Black business owners. I love the representation that you put out, man. And so I appreciate you and what you're doing. So whatever that is, keep that up. All right,
Man, you doing the same thing, brother.
man. I'm trying to do my best. Like I'm trying
You
to do my
doing.
best, man.
You're doing that. Somebody keep telling me stop saying you're trying. You're doing. Just like I'm gonna tell you, you're doing. You're not trying.
Yeah, I get yelled at for that all the time. Which
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
I'm rebellious. It's funny. When the first podcast I did, I said I'm trying to be a writer. I said I'm a aspiring writer, or I'm a wannabe writer, or something like that. And they're like, wait, do you write? Are you writing? I'm like, yeah. Like then you're a writer. Then like there's none of this try, wannabe, nothing. You're
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like I say it to just I'm trying to just be coy and cool,
Yeah.
whatever. But it is important. I'm glad you mentioned that because it is one of those things that's important. It's like if you're doing the thing, you're doing the thing.
Yeah.
I get weird. That's just me personally. I get weird when it comes to my accomplishments.
Me too. They told me like I'm too humble. I was like, man, it's like when you want a certain goal, you sometimes even ourselves, we don't appreciate what we accomplished already because we looking further more. Because after we get done with that, we looking further even more. We want to, what's next? But we forget though, even that journey is a blessing because not a lot of people can accomplish what we done and with the lives that we have and even sometimes ourselves gotta think back like, nah, we are good, right? Like we are doing our thing. Like it's good to celebrate that. It's good to appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I try to be humble, but I did put my book cover on the wall.
Yeah. Hey, you got to. If you don't support yourself and rep yourself, nobody else really will. Not harder than
That's
you.
what we said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why on the bottom of it, like the first comment of every post, he's like, "Hey, my name is Drew Miller. I'm a filmmaker." He's like, hey, "You're gonna know who I am. You saw my post. Now you're gonna know who I am every single time." Like we could try to be like, let's not be. Turn the humble off for just a minute. The last awards ceremony we were both at, we both walked away with trophies, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
So we both have books you can buy on Amazon. We both got stuff out there. Let's turn off the humble a little bit.
Like we actually grinding this, like we doing it, bro. Like
doing the thing, man. Yeah.
And people are watching it, even though they don't like our status as often, but they watching. Like I have a lot of people who might not like my status, but they be in my inbox saying, "Man, dope, man. If you need some, I got you. If you want to work, man, so that's why I don't always worry about social medias as much because I have people hit me on my inbox or you got people that's constantly watching. So I always tell people them likes and shares don't always mean everything.
Nah, because here's the thing about likes and shares. This is for people who are watching.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. I mindlessly like stuff all the time.
Yeah.
With no effort, no thought.
I do that too.
Nothing. I mindlessly like stuff. So likes are cool and all, but it's like that review though.
Yeah.
It's like that review though, because that means you read the product and you had an opinion.
Right.
Good opinion, bad opinion doesn't matter. You had an opinion. You cared enough to have an opinion. So, we both like wrestling. And one of the things they talk about in pro wrestling, because as the shirt says, everything comes back to wrestling. So in pro wrestling, they're like, it doesn't matter if they're cheering you or booing you, they're reacting to you.
Exactly.
Right? It's a good thing. Now the problem comes when they don't do nothing.
Yeah, silent. That's
when there's the problem.
Yeah.
So love you or hate you, that's fine. That's cool. They're still watching.
Right. Fact.
I use this example that from Howard Stern. I know not exactly the world's greatest role model, but from the movie Private Parts about Howard Stern's life, there's a scene where they were talking about the people who watch Howard Stern's show. And they said the people who love Howard Stern watch his show because they want to know what he's going to do next. And they said the people who hate Howard Stern watch his show because they want to see what he's going to do next. So just that always sticks with me. That's like the people who love you are going to be watching. The people who hate you are going to be watching.
Right, exactly.
I'm here for the views though.
Exactly. Hey, I'll get paid off of it as long as I get hey, help me out.
Right. So like, hey, you're watching me, which means I'm doing something worth your attention. So just remember that if they love you or they hate you, they got something to say about you, they're still talking about you. So keep your nose clean, keep your head up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. I tell people man, stay focused, man. I always tell people be around people smarter than you in the room. It should always be somebody smarter than you in the room. You never want to be the smartest in the room.
I say the exact same thing. Never, the way I phrase it is if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, exactly. That
Yeah,
too. It's the
that's it.
same thing
It's the
because
same
you ain't
thing.
getting it. Yeah, same thing. That's why I always learn. That's why I always been around. Like I love being around creative people. I love to learn new skills. I
Mhm.
learned that we all like pushing each other type thing with new ideas, new ways to push up. Like if I'm not getting that from you, I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. Now we got
Honestly, I
some.
feel
Go ahead. Carry on.
no, my bad. But no, yeah, just wasting your time is no point of this, especially when you're adult. Like
Yeah.
all that child stuff you do, 18, 20, maybe 21. After that, like it's grind time.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you got a dream and you know what it is, what you waiting for?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I tell people in panels, like like when it comes to filmmaking or wherever they want to do in life, get around great people that's doing what that's in your field right now. I don't
Like-minded
care.
people, man.
Yeah, like you
You're on
might
that
not
same
even
wave.
you might not spend time with your best friends and stuff like that no more, but you're grinding. It's for a reason. It's not like you brushing them off for no reason and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, either y'all learn these skills so we could grind this together, or I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all.
Yeah. And your real friends, the people who are really behind you, even if they're not part of your
Understand?
creative space, they're
Yeah,
gonna want you to be the best version of you anyway. So
exactly,
why would they stop you? Like,
exactly,
why would they stop you? Like,
exactly.
I would never stop nobody from their creativity because,
Nah,
hey, you got to do you. You got to make yourself happy.
right.
Um, we have a couple mutual, one people want to mention up. I see you associate yourself with like Chase Dudley
Yeah,
and Demetrius Witherspoon. Now, the
yeah,
thing about Chase, I go back and forth with Chase, but
yeah.
I've never actually had the time because I know Demetrius has his whole universe and all the stuff that I don't even know how he gets all the stuff done that he gets done.
Yes,
He's
that's
got so
crazy.
shout out to both of them.
Yeah,
I never had a chance to actually sit down and talk with Demetrius, so I'm a probably like try to sit down with him this year. I see him all
definitely.
the time. I've said what's up to him. I bought his comic book and such, but I
Yeah.
never actually had a chance to really sit down and rap with him. But how do these? What's your connection with these guys? Like how do these guys help you out?
Well, Demetrius is my mentor. He's one of my mentors. Like he's one of the ones. Like I remember, what was it like 2 or 3 years ago? We clicked because we same film industry. I think somebody referred him to me about helping him with something, and ever since, we helped each other. Like as two black creators, and I loved his submerged universe. I wish with him what I learned so much, and I'm proud of him with. He sticks with one project and builds it, and it's amazing. Like I love to see him do it, like with comics, the movies, the card games, to now he's doing the animation. He doing
Crazy.
dope things just with one project. It's like my ADD brain came and focused on one
Can't
thing.
do it. I can't do
I
it.
can't. I moved to one thing to the next. So it's like I learned from him how he does. He continues with one, like he expands with one, he builds it, and it looks like I told him he's gonna be a billionaire soon. I said, you
Oh
got
yeah.
$1 billion project, you got $1 billion like thing that you created and continue creating. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see it, because I'm gonna tell him, like, see what I told you. But him is, we talk all the time. We've seen each other at PopCon, and just for him to keep doing what he's doing with Submerge. You know what I mean? That's what I'm proud of him for. Chase, I met him last year at the Kentucky Imaginarium. Like I seen him grinding with his projects, like the horror projects and everything. He
Mhm.
gets funding, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
a nice
Blood on the
dude.
Bleachers was a project he had pulled out
Yeah,
recently. I think he's on.
yeah,
I think he's on he's either on Prime or Tubi, one of those two. Do a search for Blood on the Bleachers.
I
Shout
seen
out to
that.
Demetrius and shout out to Chase Dudley.
Yes, I seen Blood on the Bleacher. Me and my brother recently seen that at home, just to watch that and to see him continue and work with actors from other films and all that, and for him to get. And I hear a lot of good things about him. I hear behind the scenes he's a nice guy. During thing,
Yeah,
like he's such a dope dude. He can't. I'll let him use some of my props for his current film that he's working on and things like that. Is because I like helping people. I like see dope people keep shining and grinding together
yeah.
and things like that. That's what it's all about. So for him, and then he helped my bro Jeff, Jay Leno, get a job to help work with him, and he learned so much from him. I said, bro, yeah, I'm always want to see you shine and grind and be successful. Like if people are telling that you're a great dude and how you work is great, yeah, man. Like keep doing what you're doing. Like we help each other back in here and there, or talk to each other, motivate each other. So they're both were great guys.
Yeah, I remember one of the first things you said to me when we actually had like a little conversation. I mentioned that one of the things that we always look for with Howard Hills, sometimes we run into we need actors and such. He's like, look, man, here's my card. That's got my number on it. You need help, I got you. Like you just said, you need any help, I got you. And I'm like, hey man, I was real about the situation. I'm like, we may just need people who are just willing to do the job for the job. It's like, hey, we're just trying to help.
Right.
We're just trying to help build other people up. So I'm just gonna check mark and validate everything he says about him.
Yeah.
Like he says he goes off and says this to the same thing to me. So here he is. So there you go. Clearly he's a man of his word. It's one of the things I respect about you. But you mentioned Demetrius and taking this one IP, this one intellectual property, and blowing it up into so much versus like Chase, where he's got like this script, he's going to do this movie.
Even myself,
he's going to do this. And even me. I mean, this is one of 3 podcasts I got now. There's 2 sitting on the back burner waiting to get popped off.
Right.
And so everybody wants a new project featuring the moon. I'm like, look, there's only one of me, y'all.
Right.
But like you said, your ADD brain can't just focus on the one IP. And I wanted to kind of touch on that because I'm same.
Yes.
I have a hard time focusing on one work day. I have a hard time focusing on just doing the one.
Me too.
Thing that one day. But one thing about your bio, man, is that you are very, very open and honest about some of the mental health struggles that you go through. Some of the ones you listed, and I'm listing them for a reason. You said ADD, PTSD, depression, eating disorders, and anxiety. Let me tell you, man, I deal with anxiety every bloody day.
Me too.
Crippling sometimes. For those out there who don't understand invisible disorders, look, sometimes somebody, you know what, I'm gonna speak for myself. I want to validate what he's talking about. There was a period of time when I really suffered from anxiety where I was literally crippled in my car. Right. I had a job where I had to go, I was selling security systems, right? And all I had to do, all the requirement for my job was knock on the door, present the product. They could buy it if they want. They could not, no big deal. And then I go on to the next house. That's all. And there was sometimes I was under so much just personal stress and so much personal pressure, the anxiety built up. I could not get out of my car. I'm outside some dude's house and I could not reach my arm up to the door to get out. When you got people around you, this is people at home, when you get people around you who deal with these invisible struggles, man, it's important to acknowledge those and to validate those. Don't just dismiss those people. Right. They're not just not hanging out with you because he don't like being around in crowds.
Yeah.
That crowd anxiety is a real thing. Try to have a little bit more compassion for the people around you who deal with invisible struggles. So one of my questions I want to ask you, and I want to kind of tag into something else related, is how do you cope with these struggles on the daily? Because like we just talked about, sometimes these things can be crippling. Sometimes it's hard to focus. How do you cope with doing this? And how exactly does this impact your art?
Man, on a daily, I use different. So I don't always use the same tactics. Sometimes you gotta use different things. Sometimes you gotta cool off. Sometimes you gotta take a walk. Sometimes I space out. I'll be in my own world just to bring myself back. Sometimes I have to zone out just to make sure I'm not overthinking the situation, because a lot of times I put myself in a worse situation. So because sometimes I react fast, and sometimes it can do more damaging and stuff like that. So I try to learn to cool off, like woosah or something like that, where I talk to somebody that I can trust about it, just to see get their opinion on it before I make a decision or move. Or just I play games sometimes, or I like to create. So I had to write, use imagination. Sometimes I just watch something to take my brain off of it for a while and then come back later to see what's going on and stuff like that. Cause I get depressed a lot and then anxiety do attack.
Right.
So I had to step away. I have to find a way to step away, whether if it's like somebody I need to get away from, or maybe I need to stop being on social media for a while. Maybe I need to,
Mhm.
it's just different things I try just to not to put myself in worse situations and not
Yeah.
to overthink to put myself and then make a move that's gonna put me in a worse situation. So I
Yeah.
try to do different things to keep me in balance, keep me balanced as possible. Keep
Yeah.
me like in the calm space and try do the best move as possible. Make sure I do like I correct things, or if it's my fault, I try to apologize what's necessary, or if it's anything like that. So it just depends on the situation. It depends on how how deeply it's affecting me right now at the moment, feeling wise and stuff like that. But I try to do different things. And most of them I go to is writing, creating, or stepping away from social media or step away from the phone for a while and doing something else and go play or do something like that.
Yeah. One of the things that one of the reasons why I wanted to touch on this for a couple reasons actually
Yeah,
is one, I relate to it. Like I
yeah,
said before, I deal with a lot of ADD. I have a hard time with just focusing on a single thing. Depression gets me a lot. I deal with anxiety too, and it's something in our community that's really hard for not just men to address, but
hmm,
it's hard for Black men to address.
right,
There's a lot of social stigma on men in general, but then next to that, there's a lot of pressure on Black men um, to not walk the world appearing weak or whatever.
hmm,
And so when we deal with our emotional struggles or mental struggles, it's hard to talk about those in public spaces. Very rarely you're going to get two Black men talking about their depression and anxiety on a podcast, but here we are. And I kind of hope that this happens more often because I think the more men see men talking about it, and the more Black men see Black men talk about it,
hmm,
um, the safer the spaces will be.
yeah,
It's definitely gotten better, I'd say, in the last 10 years or so.
hmm,
We still have a hard time with therapy, though. Uh,
hmm,
but I love the fact that if we're not at the point where we feel like a therapist is ready, we're ready for that step. Because it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, to not
hmm,
be ready for therapy.
right, right, right,
That's the thing. If you're not prepared for it, it's not going to do you any good.
right,
So you got to be ready for it.
hmm,
But to know that there are ways that you can handle it on your own.
hmm.
Uh, you can reach out to some people that you trust. Let me just tell you right here publicly, man. If you ever need to reach out to me, dog, you know how to find me.
Yeah,
So
me too. Like, yeah,
I present myself as an option for you, man. 'Cause I always love your energy. I love your vibe.
yeah,
But one of the things that you mentioned, and you mentioned, and you don't have to go into it
right.
particularly, because that's still your business. But I don't hear a lot of men opening up about eating disorders. That's
Hmm.
not something that men talk about. So, without going into too much detail that maybe you may not be comfortable with, what made you be so open? As part of your bio, what made you be so open about that?
Because a lot of mental deals with that, like in all aspects. Like we don't, a lot of people don't think that can affect, but it can affect your health in a lot of ways. Because I'm skinny, like I'm real skinny, but I've been skinny my whole life.
Yeah, he's a
But
skinny dude.
yeah, yeah, but I can't get bigger because I got what you call it, metabolism, high metabolism, right?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
top of that,
Hold on to that
now
while you got it, because when you get older,
yeah,
when you
yeah.
get older, that's gonna
That's what
fade
they
off.
said. The doctors told me that, but at the same time, it's like hell, it ain't hit me yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I hope, you know me, because I don't want to be this skinny
It's
for
gonna
that long.
it's gonna hit you hard.
Yeah.
Like I'll speak for me. It hit
Mhm.
me hard. It hit me
And
hard.
yeah,
Because it's
but
like one day I'm like, yeah, I'm crushing a whole large pizza. The next
right,
day it's like, ooh, I look like a whole large pizza. Like that's
yeah,
it hits
but
hard. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but like I could go hours without eating or something, and it's not like I'm like trying, but sometimes it could be your mental thing of you just not hungry, or you just like you don't want to eat. And in some cases you do want to eat and stuff like that. But me, I was in a car accident and that kind of changed my appetite. 'Cause I used to smash on food, but when I
Yeah.
was in a real serious severe car accident where I could have died that day, it's like that to my, like I just really stopped eating so much. It's like
Mm.
and it's crazy because I had to play the food in my thing when the car flipped and all that. So I don't know
Ooh,
if it's just like a mental thing
yeah,
or
that's
stuff like
psychology.
that.
Yeah, that's called a
So it
food
just,
aversion.
yeah, like so I think like I just don't eat as much as I used to, but I still try to make sure I fight to eat and try to keep my weight up just so I won't get too skinny or too
Right.
thickening and stuff like that. So it is a challenge, man, and more people should talk about it.
Yeah, I appreciate how open you are about it, man. Because
Yeah,
again, like I said a moment ago, these aren't things that men talk about,
right,
and in particular, it's not a thing that Black men talk about.
right,
And there needs to be more representation because, hey, listen, we struggle with things too. Men
right,
struggle with things too. Black men struggle with things too. And if look, you know what? If the world out there doesn't want to support us, let's support ourselves and support each
right,
other. So
exactly.
we all we can do is be honest about it. And sometimes, depending on the situation, talking about it makes it feel better. There could be just some dude being out loud like, wow, I thought it was just me.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
happens a lot. That happens to
hmm,
everybody in
hmm,
every demographic. It's like, ooh, another person feels
hmm,
that way. Another person thinks like that. All right, I thought it was just me. And then
right,
it's just acknowledging, like, ooh, I'm not the problem. This is a thing people struggle through.
hmm,
So if it's not just me and it's not just him, maybe there's other people. Maybe there are resources. Maybe
right,
there's a way around it.
right,
Maybe there's the other side of it. And I will tell you that like we talked about changing our ways and growing to be better people. And I can tell you there is something on the other side of being, maybe you're not most favorable self. You can grow, be better people. You can.
right,
You just gotta make a choice to do so.
hmm,
Carry yourself differently. Something you mentioned earlier, like you saw yourself differently. You
hmm,
carried yourself differently when you made a couple little life changes. I'll tell y'all, nothing more. I learned more in my 30s. A suit will change your life. I tell,
hmm,
I tell every man when he turns 30, your 20s
hmm,
are fine. Now that you're 30, get
hmm,
yourself a suit. Take
right,
yourself serious with it. If you
yeah,
knew how many ties I have in my closet,
right, really.
if you
And I
knew how
struggle
many
with
times,
and I struggle
man,
with ties, man. I try to
man,
get better with some ties.
let me tell you, when you learn how to tie when you get that first tie
hmm,
right, and you're like, all right, okay, because ties are really good accents, man. They're
yeah,
really good You go with the black suit, and you can go
yeah,
with like a certain colored shirt, and then you
yeah,
can offset it with a certain colored tie, and
yeah.
different color. It's a whole different show, man.
Killer, yeah,
I would have man get the tie right in your whole tie.
right,
Places like Men's Warehouse used to do a whole lot of tie sales.
for real.
So I was in there weekly. I was in there weekly.
Yeah.
But the whole point is you carry yourself differently and you make those changes. You deal with those struggles. You can make those changes. There are things you can do that you can get through, at least through the day. And sometimes
Mhm.
that's all we got to work about is how do I get through the day. So I appreciate you sharing that and being
Yeah.
so open about that. You mentioned some of the projects that you started making when you started filmmaking in 2019, Boys in the Darkness and a Traumatic Story Part 1. Tell me
Mhm.
about those projects.
All right, so The Boy in the Darkness is my first project. It was from my album called The Boy in the Darkness because then with mental illness, after I got out of a mental hospital, I wanted an album that talks about depression and mental illness. So I called it The Boy in the Darkness, basically explaining myself being the darkness and escaping it and finding
Gotcha.
a way to fight it. So my album, The Boy in the Darkness, became that. But then when I wanted to get in films, I was like, let me turn this title, The Boy in the Darkness, and make it something else. So I turned it to an urban supernatural werewolf story. It was a comedy
Okay.
the project we did on YouTube. Was like a 20-minute thing. We had fun with it. So once we had fun with that, I was like, well, let's do something else. So we did a short film called Traumatic Stories, like a comedy drama too, and stuff like that. It was like I think a 5-10 minute little short. but
Yeah.
that would jump my filmmaking because it was fun. People laughed at it a little bit and stuff. So it just grew me into as a filmmaker when I was just writing my own films and depending because I didn't have a lot of money, so I just used people around me or who were interested. And then I came out with my web series, Paragenics. After that was my biggest project because it was like a web series of an urban superhero supernatural thing, and people like it's like little stories of people getting powers to try to survive the things called parasite humans and all
Okay.
that. And when I won my first award at Imaginarium, uh with that first season and stuff like that, because I would try to do multiple seasons. I was like, maybe filming is for me. Once I felt that award, I got it, and my name was called. Man, I felt so good.
Man,
And
nothing
Dimitri
better.
was there, and I was like, man, I'll because he told me he's like, man, put this in film festival. I was like, you sure? Like, I don't know if people gonna like it because it was like I didn't know how great it was, but he like, yeah, put it in. And when I did, and I got that, man, it felt so good. I still got a picture of us with that. I said, man, I
Man, I'm
said,
telling
thank
you
you, Holly and
that
Stephanie.
that first, I'm telling you, that first award. Matter of
Yes,
fact, I'll go back. I'll take it back. That first nomination.
yes,
I'll can't speak for you, but I'll speak for me. But I'm sure you can relate. It's like when you put something out there, you're like, all right, whatever. But
yes,
then when someone says, "Hey, you're good enough to be a finalist. You're good enough to be a nominee," it's like,
yeah, right,
okay,
right,
okay, all
right,
right,
right.
maybe, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you got that Denzel Washington. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah,
You can see back here on this. You got Ghostface right here,
yeah,
and beneath my copy of the Quran and my Holy Bible
yeah,
is that black and yellow. That's screenwriting for dummies. I
yeah.
I
Oh,
just be reading, man. I just be reading, man. It says you gotta grow, be better,
yeah.
and you said it felt really good to win that first award. Let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
did that first award make you hungry for the second?
Yes. I mean, I'll start submitting like crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was after that first award, I was submitting like crazy. Hell, some of it I didn't get in, but which was fine. But just the fact I was like, oh yeah, I knew my lane now. So it's just like you're picking and choosing what festivals to put the project in and try to hope the best. And like I said, sometimes you don't get in. It's a lot of film festival, my project didn't get in and stuff, and I know why. You know, so I'm not butthurt or anything. It was like, but my next project will be in there, so I just
Right.
motivate me to get better as a filmmaker. It's like these might not be in there, but the next ones I'm gonna be working with. Once I get the right equipment and the right team, oh yeah, we coming back. We gonna
Yeah.
circle back. Like this ain't over. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just how I felt.
There's a lot of people I know who have submitted work into festivals or competition or
Mm-hmm.
things, and they didn't make the nomination, right? They
Yeah,
weren't a finalist.
yeah,
And I've seen the exact opposite. I've seen a lot of people they revert back to like, oh, I must not be good enough. They must
yeah.
I can't do this. I'm not supposed to be
Mm-mm.
doing this. But I love the fact that your message out there seems to be, all right, you weren't that project wasn't for them
Mm-hmm.
now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go over there and try them. Go over there
Yeah,
and try them. I
yeah.
didn't make it to every I don't get an official selection for everything I put in,
Right.
but every project I've not won everything I've put a submission in, but every project has gotten something.
Right.
Every project
Exactly.
has got an official selection somewhere. So I love
Right.
that your message is to motivate people to just keep going, keep
Mhm.
pushing. Let what seems to be a failure actually be the fire that motivates you to move forward.
Exactly.
I love that
Exactly.
from you, man.
Yeah. Cause
Now I
it don't.
love
My bad. I better say
no,
it don't.
please carry
It
on.
don't. It don't. I mean, even us getting these awards, it doesn't take anything away from you and your greatness as well. Even if you don't get it, like get
Yeah,
a nomination, or it doesn't mean it won't get a big audience. It doesn't mean that other people might vibe with it. It's just particular for that festival. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's not the all or be all for your success story. It just
right.
you try them and then fall through. Keep going. That's all I can
Yeah.
tell you. Like just keep going. Don't stop till don't stop.
Forward, always forward, forever forward. That's my
Yeah.
message for people. Always keep pushing. I knew somebody that had two books that released in the same judging period.
Mm-hmm.
They were both submitted, but only won. Does that mean
Mm-hmm.
the other book wasn't worth an award? Nah,
Right.
it just means it was up against something better. You
Yeah.
know,
Or what
not
more
everybody.
so what they looking for.
Right. So it's like not everybody can be world champion at the same time.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
it is. But we mentioned superheroes, man. You mentioned that series, man. And
Yeah.
I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. So we better talk Rangers, man. We better
Yeah.
talk Rangers.
All right, let's go.
Because one of the things that you do a lot of cosplay, man. And
Mm-hmm.
first thing I need to know, that's not on my sheet, man. Where are you getting this Gold Ranger helmet? Because my shelf needs one.
I got it from Aniki that made my whole entire suits, Power Ranger suits.
I need one. I don't
Etsy.
need anything else. I just need
that helmet,
man.
Yeah.
I need that Gold Ranger helmet. That Gold Zeo Ranger helmet
Yes.
was one of my favorites. I need that helmet.
Yeah, I got everything Zeo Go. I got the communicator, I got the weapon, I got the suit. I got to get the armor stuff fixed though. I have my buddy John fix it, but yeah, because I wore so much. But yeah, that's one of my favorite. Besides Green's my ultimate favorite. Like Tommy's my favorite, but I love Zeo Gold, just like that Black Ranger. I got everything Black Ranger, Zeo Gold, and Green Ranger. I got everything, helmet and all. But go to Aniki on Etsy.com. They get you right for the helmets.
I'm gonna need that link after the show, man.
Yeah, after the show, I'll send you the link. It's no problem.
I'm gonna need that helmet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Walter Jones.
Yes.
Loved him in Space Cases. I don't know if you ever watched Space Cases. Loved him in Space Cases. What?
I remember him in Blink though. I remember him in Blink and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So I didn't see him in any of that, but he did. After leaving Power Rangers, he did another show on Nickelodeon called Space Cases.
I heard about that. I've seen a picture.
Man, I ain't gonna tell you. You gotta find it and you gotta watch it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you nothing else. You gotta watch that.
I'm watching.
You go to all these different conventions and you do the cosplayers. Rest in peace, Tommy.
That's your David Frank.
Yeah, man, that one hurt me. That one hurt. Because again, he's another one of those dudes that was always out there being positive to everybody, motivating people. And you realize how much of a struggle he's got going on for the circumstances that took his life, man.
Right.
Rest in peace to him and peace to his family. Even time has gone by. But we gotta lead into this Power Rangers of
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Tell me about this project, man, because y'all filming now, right? Y'all filming now, right?
Well, we start June 1st through the 5th or 6th. And it's like a comedy parody of Power Rangers. Basically, it's people who grew up watching Power Rangers and they end up becoming vigilantes. So it's like a kick-ass type of thing. So we dress up like Power Rangers, so it don't have the special effects or anything. Just us as fans dressing up as Power Rangers to stop crime, like drug dealers and stuff like that. So it's a whole comedy aspect of it and stuff. And I played the Black Ranger, of course, in that and stuff. So it's a whole like comedy about that and you know stuff. And so it's supposed to be fun. It's going to be real fun. The script is fun.
I am so impressed with that. One, because I love anything Rangers, dude.
Yeah.
I am still watching Power Rangers video. If I put my YouTube up right now, I guarantee you the first suggestion is going to be a Power Rangers related video.
That's awesome.
I'm still going back watching old school stuff.
Right. Me too.
What's your favorite Power Rangers series?
We had a battle about this at PopCon. It got to be the OG Mighty Morphin because that's where I grew up on the original. That and Zeo. That Zeo. I say Lost Galaxy, Time Force, and SPD is like my favorite and stuff. Like
I never rocked with SPD.
You didn't rock with it? I liked it because we had a black leader, a Red Ranger, and he was cool. He was like almost like he wasn't too much of a thug, but he was doing stuff positively, helping people that was poor. He didn't really care about being a Red Ranger, but he grew into being a great Red Ranger. You know what I mean? Like he had leadership qualities, but he was always for doing other things himself. So I liked it. I liked it, like I said, Time Force, Lost Galaxy, because Lost Galaxy, they actually was more of the mature Power Rangers with killing a Ranger and bringing her back, like the Pink Ranger.
That was wild.
Yeah, and Man the Defender, his child died, and it really died. So I liked the tone of it. Like to me, it had a great tone. I like the light speed too, but those was like my top 5 was like Mighty Morphin, all 3 seasons, Zeo, will I say Lost Galaxy, Time
Yeah.
Force, and SPD. That was like my
Time
top
Force
5.
was dope. I like Time Force because they got the Pink Raiders some respect.
Oh yeah, she was.
I don't think they ever.
The
I don't think
leader.
anyone ever respected Pink Raiders ever, but like
No,
Pink
not
Raiders
like
got some
that.
respect. They got some
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
for Time
She
Force.
was the one. She was the one, not the 2. Look, she
Right.
was. She
the ones.
yeah, yeah. She's the one.
You can almost see my Ulafala back up there
Right.
on the shelf. You can almost see my Ulafala. The fact that I have an Ulafala is wild. I was a big fan of Super Samurai.
Yeah.
With all the Ranger keys and they switching off the different.
Yeah, yeah. I liked
that
the
one was
concept. I liked the concept.
I saw the Japanese one first. I saw the Japanese one first, and then I saw the American one.
Yeah.
So I would check out the Japanese one and then go back and then go back and watch
Yeah.
it.
I always thought that was cheating. I always thought that was cheating because I was like, especially the Sixth Ranger, he got all the Sixth Ranger keys. I'm like, oh yeah, you yeah. It's like, what else? I was like, you got all the powers.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh, he got all the Sixth Ranger keys, all of them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna demorph and go to the store. I'm just
right,
like you don't need me for it.
You don't need me, right?
Right, you don't need me here. I'm
right. It's fact.
He got green and white ranger and silver ranger, all
and
of them.
Zeo Gold, y'all up.
I'm out.
You know
let me just take my coffee and go home.
Right. You don't need
my coffee.
Exactly.
I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be at the command center. It's cool.
Right. I'll be chilling.
Because I think Space Silver was probably one of my favorite Sixth Rangers.
I did love In Space.
Yeah.
In Space, Zane. Yeah, I did too. I didn't like how they utilize, of course, they have a lot of footage of him, but I didn't like how he was only there for a little bit and then left. That's why I kind of, when it comes to In Space, I know people love In Space, but I kind of make it lose points because one of my favorite characters is you build him up to be this badass and all that, and then you kind of take him out, and he don't show up until like kind of the end, not that much, and all.
Right at the end.
Yeah, like what? Nah, man, don't be doing that to dope
Ranger. He came in real fire too. He came in real hard, just like
in the cryo. Like, he about to put in work, man. He been put in work for a couple of episodes, fall in love with the villain, and then bounce.
Yeah, just roll out. Just
right.
Okay. That series was so good.
Yeah.
The story, the arc in that, and the Z-Wave.
Yeah. I like it.
Literally, I could do an entire podcast on Power Rangers, just Power Rangers myself. So what was it about Power Rangers that really resonated with you? It hit everybody,
but martial arts and like I think once I seen Green Ranger like knock them out that Megazord, so I was like, oh, this goated. Like I see a villain version, like because people don't know, like Power Ranger was losing viewership until Green Ranger showed back up. Like literally, Power Ranger wasn't as boosted. Like just the first couple episodes, it was maintaining a little bit, but was down. It was losing a lot of views. But once Green Ranger showed up, it sparked up. Like a lot of people, this was like a WrestleMania match, man, because we were like, what's going on next? What's about to happen? He whooping all 5. Who's about to take him out? Like
solo. Goldar sitting back like,
what I need to do? Yeah, Scorpina, like all the Rita's like, yeah, let me just sing Green Ranger. Like, what's up? Like before episodes.
Hey, I'm right here. She's like, I see you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go send Tommy.
Right. Right,
you
disappointing me.
Hey, I'm Scorpina, and she's like, "Yeah, you are." But I'm gonna go ahead and see.
Right. Like y'all disappointed me too much. Y'all disappointed me too much. Couldn't get the job done. I'm gonna go with this guy.
Right. Finster is like, I got more monsters sitting back here. He's got a brand new one. It's like,
no.
Does it got teeth and new weapons? It's like brand new weapons, sharp teeth. It's like,
nah. Yeah. He's getting the job done.
Because you get smacked up, smacked up, all your monsters get smacked up, all you get smacked up. Green Ranger got him, he's got Jason in a prison already.
Right.
Zordon gone. Alpha's discommissioned. What do I need y'all for?
Right. Right. We got their power coins and everything. We just, man, took out they Zords and stuff. What I need
And
y'all?
I'm telling you, when I watched that episode originally, that's how long
Yeah.
ago this was. When I watched that show when it aired, and they're just like, we got Megazord power, and dude just like opened this mysterious door in the back. It was like, aha, bam! It just starts fighting him in the Megazord.
Man,
Megazord head shaking like this.
that one and that when Jason told Tommy, he like take me or something. He said pleasure. Man, that man Tommy threw the damn blaster thing at his.
Yeah.
He said, and then gave him a Kamehameha. I said, oh yeah, he go. He gave him a Kamehameha and then super kicked in. Man. I said, yeah, he go. I said, yeah. He forever be go. I don't care about nobody else that come after him. He's forever go after this.
Yeah, the only people that ever compete with Tommy is Tommy. Like that's
yeah. Fight. He had to fight himself later on.
He has to, and he does a few
times. Yes. White versus green, perfect matchup.
He's like the only people who can fight Tommy is Tommy. So let's just do a couple of clones and such and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just love Power Rangers, man. And I love seeing other people who love Power Rangers. But that ain't the only series that you got going on. You got Exo Ironclad Beetle talking about that. Because I love Beetleborgs too. So what's going on?
Okay, so it's getting a little messy with this. Sorry. So the Exo Ironclad Beetle was supposed to be on a Power Ranger fan film. Was the title Beetlemorphers that I was helping the guy because he's new to filmmaking. But due to miscommunication and things weren't working out on our part, I created Ironclad Beetle for the show, his fan film of Power Rangers. But since we kind of things weren't working out, I'm gonna say both parts. It was a both.
Things just didn't work. It's all good.
Yeah. It happens. I took the character that I created. I took the hero that I created. You know what I'm saying? I said I will create my own with this. But instead of turning it into a Power Ranger or anything, because with Power Rangers, they have ownership. You know, Disney and they'll have ownership if you turn into a Ranger. Yeah. Anything Power, they own. I don't want them to have ownership of this. And since I put all my money towards it and get everything's created and the weapons and suit and all that, I said, nah, I will create my own hero with it. So what I did was to try to separate it from being a Power Ranger and maybe a Beetleborg or anything and keep its similarities, but make it his own hero. So when you see my character, it has a medallion, it has a earpiece. That was all my idea. So now when it changed to the suit and stuff like that, I have a medallion and an earpiece, but also my character comes with a glider and it comes with a exo shield. But with my exo shield, it turns into a blade as well, like a blade mode. So I wanted it almost like a Blue Beetle mixed with Beetleborgs and Power Ranger, but mix it in, but it's its own hero type, but mixture with all with the like a tech, but it's magic. It's magic tech.
Okay, got you. So we don't know what the project is, but we know a project's coming.
Yeah, well, we work on a live action and a game. We are working on an app game for it too to expand it. So the story is my character is the ex-drug dealer, and I end up eventually becoming a superhero. So you get the story, and it's something leads me into becoming a superhero. And when I find this Beetle and medallion and stuff, and I start fighting crime and stuff, but it teaches me along the way to be a superhero. Because I believe, especially for these YNs and all that, they need a superhero so they can do better in life and stuff like that and give them hope that they can change their life around. So I created my character for that. So hopefully it can help them change their ways and do better before it's too late.
Yeah. And if you don't know what YN is, then you don't even know.
Okay. Yeah. So just like
if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. It's okay.
Yeah. So look, just like how we got Static Shock and Black Panther, I wanted this to be our own original new Black hero too for the streets.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now with combination of us, we're gonna be looking up for all of that stuff. So feel free. We're gonna come back and talk about some stuff whenever these products come back out. We'll throw a post in. We'll do a quick little 5-minute, whatever. When these products are ready to come out, because we want to help you as best we can to help you get all your stuff out. But with all these suits and such, and I swear Steven Zimmer shout out to Steven Zimmer from Imaginarium. He ain't
Yeah.
gonna let me get away with talking about cosplaying and conventions if we don't talk about this werewolf that he's always
Yeah.
talking about.
He loves werewolves. That's my brother, man. That's
Let's
my
talk
brother.
about this. Let's talk about
Yeah.
this wolf suit that he's always talking
Yes.
about. What's the story on this wolf suit, man?
Okay, so it's a lichen, same thing as a werewolf, but a lichen, you know, like from Underworld. But we are creating our own project called Storyfall, and one of the character is a lichen character, so you can transform at will. Those that don't know what a lichen is, you can transform as well compared to a werewolf that does the full moon. So the
Right.
character is becoming a lichen, and I'm kind of hyping the story. And I'm a big werewolf and lichen fan, like. We just had a panel about vampire versus werewolves. I got jumped because it wasn't too much about werewolf and lichen fans, but I try to help my down the best way I can because I love lichens and werewolves more. I love the transformation. I love the story. I love everything about werewolves and lichens and stuff. So I'm a big advocate of wanting to be a werewolf or a lichen. So we doing that, and also we work on a horror film that might have a werewolf like it in it. So we're me and my bro Chris is working on that currently. So that's why I got the lichen / werewolf suit.
Got you. Because now with all his suits, like I've seen the pictures on all your social media. He's on
Yeah.
Facebook, on Instagram, all the things. And you were always at conventions, man. You were at
Yeah.
what, PopCon? You
Yeah.
got Comic-Con coming up.
Yeah.
You do Imaginarium, but Imaginarium
Yeah.
is not the same as all these pop conventions. And
Yeah.
you're always cosplaying at these events, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a quick question. Do you plan on cosplaying at some point at Imaginarium?
Yes, and me and Stefan and Holly, they want me to be the Lycan character. So I told them I would dress up like the werewolf character there, and also I might bring Exo Ironclad Beetle because I'm actually hopefully have a better suit, and I'm actually have my weapon gear to show off this time to promote and people to take pictures with me with it. And then I'm trying to think of a third one for the third day. I try to have one for each day and stuff like that. So I'm thinking on the Friday where I might be a sci-fi character or something, or I might just that'd be my comfortable day where I just do media stuff and promote all of you and do video work and stuff like that. Then Saturday, Sunday will be my cosplay day. So I'm still debating.
Yeah, cool. I mean, we all gotta have our personal schedules when it comes to it, man.
Yeah, sometimes I get uncomfortable.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Now, let me ask you this: do you feel? I've talked to a couple of people who do some of their entertainment work in a suit or behind a mask.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a difference when you put that costume on? Is there like a transformation that happens with you that's different from like regular Darrell?
Yeah, actually, I feel like I am the character sometimes, or it's nice that people like pull you to the side, want to take a picture with you, what I love, and that's when you got the whole gear on and everything look legit. Like I love that. Yeah, it's just like when it comes to that werewolf suit, I definitely gotta like kind of feel like a beast and all that. Even though I'll be hot in the suit and stuff like that, but it'd be worth it. Like I love it. I'm glad I got involved. I've only been cosplaying for about 2 or 3 years now, and then I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, you can only do that wolf suit maybe like half a day.
Man, a couple of hours. Like literally, having on stealth boots on and stuff. Even I'm short, so I had to have the stealth boots to give you the real feel of a wolf. But it'd be like, man, my legs be hurting afterwards, or like trying to move your head with it because you can barely see in it, let you see through the mouth. So it's like, but it's so worth it. Like the look of it and stuff.
You're proud of that work, man, and we're proud of you for
thank you.
All the stuff that you're doing, man. You're doing so much great work, and more important than all the work you're putting out there, you're carrying yourself well. You're representing your brand well. You're representing yourself well, and I just want to commend you for all the work that you're doing. I love seeing all the success that you're getting. I love seeing the pictures. Keep that up. I mean, I gotta give the floor to you because honestly, we covered everything on my list. Everything I wanted to cover.
Right.
So I was wanting to make sure I end this with just telling you how much I'm proud of you for what that might be worth. I love seeing the success continue. Again, anything I can do, any advice I can give. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but if anything I can do insightfully or just whatever support I can give, hit me up. You know how to find me. Otherwise, I'm going to sit back, relax, relieve my mind, and watch your success, man. I'm just going to watch that eagle fly. So right now, before we close out, man, the floor is yours. I mean, tell the people where they can find you, what products you got coming up. Let
Okay.
people know what's up.
All right, so I am working on new product, like not only posters we see me at conventions. We are working on actually Exo Ironclad Beetle app game. It's gonna be an action venture. It is probably be like a 4 hour, hopefully 6 hour type of game. We're working on that 2D pixel with my friend Amani, who's actually turning my card game Evidential Myths into an app game too. It will be released in March, so get prepared for that. Where you can find me is official DARELL 317 on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. You can find me there. My company Royalty Virtue, ROYALTIVIRTUE, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Yeah, just hit me up. You can inbox me. I talk to everybody the best way I can, and help the best way I can. You want to collab, just hit me up. I always willing to collab with people, help them with films. And you need props, I got props, weapon props, from guns to swords and weapons like that, because I love action stuff. So if you need something like that, I got you. Just hit me up. Yeah, I want to see everybody succeed the best way, because it's no reason why we can't all succeed in life if you be around the right people, and
Yeah.
understand it's a journey. Understand it's, you know what I mean. It's like, it's just about being around the right people at the right time. It's about keep grinding, being consistent, and to keeping your head up. Like I don't try to like gaslight people. I'm more so find a solution. Like, so you tell me a problem and stuff like that, I'm more so trying to find a solution to keep your head up and keep going, than I am going to discourage you and tell you to quit. I just tell you, you need to be around certain people with that expertise and skill to get better, if that's something you really want to do. If I can't do it, or I'm not the right person to do, I just be honest like that. But yeah, like that's how you can find me. You can find me on YouTube too, as Royalty Virtual as well. You can find my like films. You can find me when I do go to these conventions as my media stuff like that. Like I like to post, and hopefully in the future I can run into everybody. You know, you can always stop by my booths, or stop if I'm walking with a cosplay or whatever. You can stay high and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just, out here, man, try to bring so much positivity and fun as possible.
Man, the world needs more of that, man. So
Yeah,
make sure you send me all those links in an email. I'm gonna give you my
yeah,
email after the fact. Send it to me all in an email so I can
okay,
get it. And by the time he sent me that email, and this is posted, it'll be in the description below.
yeah,
So you don't have to wait on him. It's already down there. We're
yeah,
time traveling, people.
right,
We're Doctor Who in
future,
it over here. We're
right,
in the TARDIS right now. We're
yeah,
we're going to already. It's already down there. He
right,
hasn't sent the email yet, but it's already down there. So
yeah.
you want, because trust me, you're gonna want to get on this rocket before it flies away from you, man. Because this guy's about to go somewhere, man.
Man,
Like
we all are,
I
bro.
have all the faith in the world in what you got going on around you, man. And so you're gonna want to get involved. You're gonna want to get a hold of him. So is there a link or a mailing list or something people can get on? So they can know when your stuff is coming out, your latest projects, when the app is released. How
Yeah.
can people find out about that?
Well, you can go on my website, royaltyvirtue.net, or you can email me at royaltyvirtue@gmail.com. Or you
Mhm.
can just follow, or I post a lot of stuff on my social media, so you find that. Like I said, you can message me personally. That's how you can find that as well. As I'm building along, a lot of stuff I do this on my own self. I don't have like a PR person yet, but I do got booking agent and stuff like that. But eventually I can add a lot of stuff so you can make it easy for you to reach me. But for now, social media, you can reach me as, or when I post something, I always hit comments. So I always comment on people's stuff, like if you want to know more information. But those are just the best way right now to get a hold of me.
So what I'm gonna tell y'all to do, I'm gonna tell y'all by the time you're watching this and you've gotten
Yes,
this far, thank you for watching this far.
yes,
But my let's see, where's that little thing? But the biggest question is, have you subscribed yet?
yes.
You subscribed yet? You see that?
Subscribe.
You subscribed yet? Of course you
Yes,
have. But you're here this far, right? So
yes.
go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But this ain't about me though. But I want you to go find his YouTube. Do the
Thank you.
same thing. Have you subscribed to his YouTube yet? Have you followed him on social media yet? Because I'm telling you, this man posts every day. He's
Mm-hmm.
always got something going on. You're not gonna miss it.
No.
You're not gonna miss it. But if you don't follow him on his socials, and you're not watching his YouTube, if you're not set to subscribe and you're not liking his content, the algorithm doesn't know you like him.
Right.
The algorithm doesn't know. You got to like it. You got to subscribe. You got to hit that notification bell on his channel. Don't worry about me. We're on his channel. Tell people that you like what he's got going on. Support what he's got going on. Man, I'm telling you, this is the kind of guy you want to put your money behind. This is what to put your effort behind. You're going to put your money behind Darrell Miller. He's going to succeed. This is not a question. You've heard him. He's been doing affirmations since he was 9 years old. This man only knows success.
Right.
All he knows to do is succeed. What? He don't know. He's going to figure it out, though. But whatever it is, he's going to do it. And I appreciate you for this very successful podcast. Very successful episode. Thank you for coming on to the show, man. Like I said, everything's in the description below. He's going to make sure I got it by the time you watch this. So with that, for Darrell Miller, I'm Dewan L. Hearn, more affectionately known as the Moon. And this has been a fantastic episode of the Moon Unscathed. Thank you.
All right, bye, y'all. Yeah.